Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the Horror Show host. And today I am taking a look at Cruel Jaws, the movie directed by Bruno Mattei, and Cruel Jaws, the book written by Brad Carter. This video will contain spoilers, and we'll talk about them and their similarities and differences. Let's begin. They're identical, but the execution of the dialogue and actions are quite different and better done in the book. Billy Morrison is a marine biologist who dropped out of college. In the book, he has a serious cocaine addiction, works at an illegitimate institute named after Bruno Mattei, and likes to get down and dirty with Vanessa, who is played up to be a huge slut. She doesn't get to know Susie until much later in the book, unlike in the movie, where they seem to have met before. Regardless, the book still works because Vanessa doesn't dive in after Susie. They both end up in the water after the pier is destroyed. It makes more sense because why would she risk her life for a child she just met? I know that sounds morbid, but given her traits, you'd never know. Although she does declare to clean up her act and stay with Billy because she loves him, and then gets to hang out and know more about Susie. Dag Sorsen and his two boys, Larry and Bob, are owners of an aquarium. Dag is also Susie's father, and has little to do with the actual shark action except during the climax. He gives his Swedish ancestry something to be proud of by fighting the shark with a harpoon gun. It's an awesome battle, but that's only in the book. Like in the movie, Larry is barely around and didn't need to be there to begin with. He's the silent type. Doesn't say much. Bob is secretly seeing Gloria Lewis, who is related to Sam and Ronnie. Gloria is a sweet girl with a big heart. She is nothing like her sibling Ronnie, who is a spoiled brat and a suck-up to his father. He also seems to be very interested in Gloria more than just in a nurturing way. Sam is a businessman through and through. In both versions, he works with the mafia, but in the book it's brought up much earlier than in the movie. He talks about all his dinners and deals with them. The shark definitely poses a threat to not only the people, but their stability as owners of the area. Sam would be nothing without his sheriff counterpart, Francis. Francis Berger is devoted to the protection of the people in his town. He will do anything to keep them safe, even if that means canceling the regatta, something Sam nor the mayor would ever do. Speaking of the mayor, Gregory is only in a couple scenes with a few speaking lines in the film. In the book, he isn't in it a bunch, but he does have more to say. He does show concern for the regatta. After the massacre, though, he does kind of disappear from the rest of the story. Deputy Lamar has a much bigger part in the book. He is only delegated to a few scenes in the movie. In the book, he is a no-nonsense cop who doesn't stand for racism. There's also a bunch of mafia guys who have much more of a presence in the book rather than in the movie. Sam Loomis wants to build a casino and the mafia is helping him. They also want to personally take out the shark after so many failed attempts by others. There's a lot of subtext about power and order. Sam Loomis wants his children to inherit his traits, except Ronnie is cunning and ruthless, but doesn't have the smarts like Gloria. Vinny DePrince wants his son Vinny Jr. to take over his mafia-related affairs. There's also mention of another son named Chad, who isn't in the book all too much. Dag, Billy, and Sam all deal with loss in different ways throughout the book. Dag is traumatized for life over the loss of his wife and paralysis of his daughter. Billy loses Vanessa and mourns over her throughout the rest of the book. Sam is firm about his son's death, but you can tell deep down that it hurt him. There are also other random characters. Osiris is a bartender who works with a drug cartel. He answers to a line of people and retrieves the packages they dump in the ocean. Crazy old Isaac is the town hobo hermit. He has friends where it counts, and witnesses something at the end of the book that has to be read to be believed. Also, the military is brought up a couple of times, and discusses the next course of action near the end. The shark was a part of a test for a project called Cruel Jaws. The carnage in the movie is very tame. It doesn't try to be anything other than a bad shark movie. The book, on the other hand, there are about 5 deaths before the big regatta, and each one is pretty nifty. We get a lot of people being eaten in 2 chomps. There's a striking mental image of a woman laying limp in the shark's biting jaws. The regatta and pier attack are a bloodbath with severed limbs, chomping, and a decapitation or 2. I think the movie has around 20 shark-related deaths. The book has about 32. There are 2 more at the end, but I won't spoil them. During the climax, like I said, Dag fights the shark with a harpoon, and you can tell just by reading it that this is a release of all his pent-up anger. Also, Larry, Bob, and Billy have a close call with a shark underwater. In the movie, it's so poorly lit and rushed, you don't have any time to savor the action. In conclusion, the movie is a trashy, schlocky train wreck, while the book is a trashy, schlocky, action-packed, gory, fun, sexy, B-rated adventure. The movie didn't try, and when the book stepped in, it worked. There was so much potential for the movie that a novel was the only way to bring it to justice. Skip the movie unless you want a cringy summer flick. Go straight for the book. Well, overall, I give the movie Cruel Jaws a 0 out of 5, and the book a 5 out of 5. The ratings will be pretty darn different in the reviews for each version because I will not be comparing them. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, the Horror Show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, good access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe.